It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Your timing is good. We're about to enter into what sounds like a very interesting discussion this morning. The young generation that is dealing with the ongoing coronavirus pandemic will face some obviously very unique challenges when it comes to thriving in the post-COVID-19 world. So as we are in the midst of Youth Month, we are going to be engaging those issues to ensure we future-proof, if you will, this group of incredible young people. And now an organisation that is committed to doing just that is the National Youth Development Agency. And we're now being joined by the CEO, Waseem Carrim, via video call to learn how they are going to be embracing Youth Month and how they're going to commemorate that through various groups under the theme Youth Power, growing South Africa together in the period of COVID-19. What a crazy time to be alive. Waseem, a very good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Hi, good morning, Graham. Good morning to the viewers as well. I'm good under the circumstance. Yourself?
All things considered, I think we're all finding the best way of dealing with our reality. Let's look at young people in particular. What is their mood? What is the mood of youth as we've now obviously entered into Youth Month for 2020? How are they feeling during these crazy times?
Yeah, so I mean, we've been running various campaigns through our social media ever since the lockdown started, yeah. And we engage a lot with young people through these platforms. And I think there's a lot of uncertainty amongst young people. I think the main themes we see coming out is them being often confused by fake news around the coronavirus, but also around sometimes the regulations as well. We put out a poll recently on the cost of data, and I mean, it's just crazy. Some young people are spending up to 2,000 Rand a month on data,
Wow.
Which is a massive issue in South Africa. Bridging the digital divide is one of the main themes for Youth Month 2020. But what we find as well is that in spite of the difficulties, young people are incredibly resilient. Yeah, we've seen young entrepreneurs who run their small businesses pivot wonderfully. They've pivoted from manufacturing into now manufacturing masks and sanitizers and PPE. They're getting orders from big companies. So there's also a lot of resilience from our young people. So I think as we enter Youth Month, it's important for us to channel that spirit of the generation of 1976. They fought an injustice. We're fighting an invisible enemy. We're really looking forward to the month.
Obviously, I think all of us facing a great range of very different challenges at the moment. But what are some of those unique challenges that young people are facing as they move towards their future right now?
Yes, I mean, if you look at South Africa's democratic history, we've achieved some gains for young people. So we've expanded the basic education system. Almost 100% of young people can read and write. But we produced 4 times the amount of black graduates than we did in 1994. But really, the one issue that keeps coming about is this issue of youth unemployment. And I think it's important to acknowledge that when it comes to employment, we really have not done right by our young people. Even before the coronavirus, we had the worst youth unemployment rate in the world. And I think we need to do better by our young people in a post-COVID world. If you think about, just when we talk to young people, the majority of them just want to work. And work gives people dignity. You think about the joy of knocking off on a Friday afternoon or of getting a paycheck or planning a weekend away. And a lot of young people are just robbed of those basic joys in life. Yeah, I think we have to guarantee young people work in a way that we restore dignity to their lives.
A wonderful opportunity to rewrite that narrative right now, especially during Youth Month, never mind the coronavirus, post the coronavirus pandemic. But the NYDA, along with the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, has a lot of exciting programs by the sounds of it happening over the month. Can you fill us in a little?
Yeah, so I mean, at a big level, what we're doing is we're running 2 big campaigns. So the first one is called Hands Up. We want young people to give us their ideas on how we can build a better South Africa and a better world. And there's some exciting prizes to be won through that competition. The other thing is that we know in spite of these challenges that we face, the generation of 1976 had their own heroes and heroines. But those heroes and heroines exist in 2020 as well. There's young people at the forefront of their communities, protecting food security, assisting the vulnerable. And we want to know who those young people are through our Trailblazers campaign. We want to know who they are, we want to acknowledge and recognize them, and we want to tell their story to South Africa and the world. So those are really two exciting campaigns that we're running. Also, just before the hard lockdown hit, under the Presidential Youth Employment Intervention, we were running a campaign for 1,000 businesses in 100 days. We had to suspend some of it under the hard lockdown, but we're back on that campaign under level 3. And we'll be announcing the first 500 beneficiaries of the 1,000 businesses, and there's still time for young people to submit their applications if they want to be part of that campaign as well. To help small businesses that were affected and are youth-owned, we're running the Youth Enterprise Micro Relief Fund. We'll be featuring some of those beneficiaries as well. The Department of Arts and Culture will be running specific programs for young creatives. And then lastly, all of this really builds up to the President's message on June 16th, and I think that will be the President in conversation with young people. And I think there'll be some really exciting announcements on how we can build this better future inclusive of our youth. All of this information can also be found on our website, www.nyda.gov.za. You can call our call center, 0800 52 52 52. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll try and relay as much of that information as possible, but keep fighting the good fight, my friend. Always so great to connect with your organization and great to connect with you this morning. And enjoy Youth Month.
Thank you. You too. Thanks very much, Graham.
So to get more information on Youth Month programs, some stimulating programs that are running at the moment, and some great activations, you can go to nyda.gov.za. And one youth who is using Youth Month and this opportunity to really make a difference is about to fall into focus right now. He is 10-year-old Luke Calvert, and he is doing something truly remarkable. Let's find out more.